have it factored. The next problem is m squared plus 2m minus 24. We'll set up our parentheses. Again, my variable's m, so I'm going to put an m here and an m here. The first sign this time is minus. If it's minus, it tells me the signs are different. That means I'm going to put a plus there and a minus there. Now, because I'm usually teaching many students at the same time, I usually put the plus first when I have different signs. That way, I'm consistent. You need to be consistent so you don't forget when you're doing these. Now I come over here. Again, I need a product of a times c, which is 24. That was a minus. I'm looking for a difference, not a sum. So I'm looking for two numbers whose product is 24 and has a difference of 2. Well, as you think of the factors of 24, hopefully you will come up with 6 times 4. And 6 minus 4 is 2. Now, this is where you need to be careful, and this is just a little bit tricky. When the signs are different, when you go over here, this sign in the problem, that first sign, gives you the sign of the larger number. Well, we've got two numbers. We've got 6 and 4. Again, we're not worrying about positives and negatives. You know which is bigger. 6 is bigger. Well, 6 has to go next to the plus sign. So if I put a 6 here, the 4 goes there. And again, you have it factored. The next problem I have, and I know I'm going through these kind of quickly, but that's because I want to keep this video as short as possible. You can always stop it, go back, look over it again, and the shorter it is, the easier that's going to be for you. The next problem is m squared minus n minus 56. Again, set up your parentheses. Put an n there and an n there. Starting at that sign, it's a minus. If it's a minus, I have different signs. That means one's a plus and one's a minus. And I'm looking for a difference. I have a product that's the same as a times c, which is 56. And I need a difference that's the same as b, which in this case is 1. I know there's a minus there, but I don't have to write -1 because I've already taken care of the signs for you. What two numbers give me a product of 56? Well, hopefully you come up with 8 times 7. That's 56. And 8 minus 7 is 1. So my numbers are 8 and 7. But remember, when I have a minus and different signs, I go over here and this gives me the sign of a larger number. In this case, that's a minus. So that tells me that the larger number is going to be a negative. So 8 goes there, which leaves 7 there. Now, I showed you how to check the first problem. I haven't checked the rest of these. You can easily check them using FOIL. And of course, if this is on a test or in the middle of an important problem, you're going to make sure that you have the correct factors. So you want to make sure that you check them. I have one more problem that I want to work. for this video, it is n squared minus 5n plus 6. Now, this shouldn't be too difficult of a problem. However, you do have to be careful with this because you have an n here and an n here. This is positive. That means my signs are going to be the same. Remember, if the signs are the same, you go over here to figure out what they are. That's a minus, so I know that both signs are going to be minuses. So, I need a product of 1 times 6, or a product of 6. Now, at this point, it's important. Do you need a sum or difference of 5? This is very, very important because 6 times 1 is 6, and that gives me a difference of 5. But I also know that 2 times 3 is 6, and that gives me a sum of 5. Difference of 5 or sum of 5. It's really important. This tells me I'm looking for a sum. So 2 times 3 is going to give me the sum of 5. So I have a 2 here and a 3 here. Please practice some factoring problems. Start with ones that do not have a number in front of the x squared. The next video will show you what to do if you have a number in front of the x squared. And that usually makes the problems more difficult for students. But I'll show you how to make it simple.